It looks like the coast is clear, Sarge.
Then move out, Corporal. And let's get this distasteful business over with before someone returns to catch us.
Springtime in Fabletown, and all is right with the world.
Good afternoon, Sheriff. Good afternoon, Miss Wright. It's great to see you out and about again.
Are you sure you're ready to do this now?
You said you'd stop babying me the day I could walk 3 times up and down Bullfinch Street under my own power without needing the wheelchair. Well, come hell or high water, this is that day. After which, I'm damn well going to hold you to your promise.
Tired of my company so soon?
Company is one thing, Mr. Wolf. Months of constant hovering is something else entirely. I want things back to normal. You back in your office, and me in mine.
Easy enough for you. With an office the size of a... who knows how big it actually is. Most of the branching passages still haven't been explored.
We'll get to it someday.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck in that box that makes a closet look spacious.
Poor Bigby. You can still visit me once a week for our regular security briefing. Speaking of which, why don't you fill me in now? As long as I'm stuck doing my laps.
Not much to report. None of the Fables living abroad in the wide world seem to be acting up.
This according to your so-called tourists.
Gather round, students.
Yes, ma'am. But I remind you that with only 3 field agents to cover the entire Mundy world, I can hardly guarantee.
Forget it, Bigby. We're not turning this into another gripe session about your operating budget.
I have a special treat for you today. A demonstration of advanced swordsmanship from 2 acknowledged experts in the art. One of them you already know well. Lord Bluebeard has generously donated his time as one of our guest instructors over the many years.
We could switch out these toys for real blades if you'd prefer, Your Highness, and fence to first blood.
But you've never before seen a true demonstration of his skills. Because we've never before had access to a challenger worthy of his best efforts. Until now.
Give these kids a real show.
This afternoon, we are fortunate to be visited by another famous master of blades, Prince Charming, who's only recently taken up full-time residence in Fabletown. So, pay attention and learn something.
Oh no, Dreadlord, that's far too much drama for an afternoon's light romp. Foils will do for now.
Are you ready, gentlemen?
Yes.
Always.
Then begin.
I take it you don't like espionage missions, Sergeant Wilfred?
No, I most certainly don't. Gentlemen should not read each other's mail. But since we can't pick and choose which duties we're called to perform...
It gets us away from the farm, at least.
I'd much rather stay up on the farm, patrolling small towns' borders. Every time we're sent to the city, we end up working for one Gulliver, spying on another.
Halt! Touch on target. First score to Lord Bluebeard.
But it's all for the greater good, right, Sarge? They're Fables too. Same as us. One big happy family.
Hardly. Fable or Mundy, they're still Gullivers down here, and we'd be better off not getting dragged into their intrigues.
Who's we? Lilliputian? I'm just a humble field mouse who got drafted into your mouse police.
Mounted Police, Corporal Rex.
Fine, but it was your people who coined the nickname, not mine.
Weren't you just telling me that there's no your people and my people? What happened to we're all Fables together? The intel was accurate, at least. This is his journal. You keep a lookout while I read.
Bluebeard and his brothers should be safely busy at the fencing studio for quite a while. Yet...
True. But do you know if he has a house cat? Or a dog? Or something worse? I don't.
No score. Prince Charming's touch was off target.
Things are more or less back to normal at the farm. Your sister seems to be doing a half-decent job of running it.
No, Jack, you may not come up here to see me. Because you and I aren't together anymore.
We've got more silage coin than we need for the coming year, Rose, but we're going to come up short on winter wheat and sweet corn.
Because you weren't a very good boyfriend. Except to the extent that you were useful in helping me annoy the hell out of my sister.
Dairy and egg production is up, except for goat's milk.
But my life isn't about what will bother Snow White anymore. It's about what's best for me. And face it, Jackalope, we appeal to the very worst in each other.
Rose has blossomed, now that she's finally out from under your shadow.
The goats have been fighting with the trolls again.
Do you know Tijuana Taxi?
Can you keep the editorializing to a minimum, please?
Yep, but you'll never hear me play it in this lifetime.
Anything you say, boss. Goldilocks remains at large, and the trail has gone well and truly cold. Things are also secure here on the home front, except...
Yes, what is it?
I'm not sure if this falls under the umbrella of official business, or if it only qualifies as gossip, but...
Will you just get to it?
On target. Bluebeard leads 2-0. Touch. 3-0. Bluebeard's favor. 4-0.
Prince Charming has moved in with wife number 3, Briar Rose, but only in one of her guest rooms so far, according to my sources.
I added some things to your shopping list, Briar, so I'll need more money this time.
No, our Sleeping Beauty was wife number 2. First me, then Briar, then Cinderella.
Okay. In any case, he seems to have taken up with her. Again.
Taken up with her fat bank account is more like it. None of my concern, though, as long as it keeps him out of my hair. If she can put up with him, more power to both of them.
That's a good attitude, Snow, keeping yourself clear of any further entanglements with that Lothario. Which, of course, leaves you free to receive gentleman callers of better character, although with less refinement than you're used to.
My God, will you let it drop once and for all? How many ways can I possibly explain it to you that I'm not interested? The cupboard is bare, no bone for the old dog.
I don't know, Princess, but keep trying until you come up with one that actually convinces you. Oops, I mean me.
Halt! That's it. Lord Bluebeard wins the bout 5-0.
Ha! A clean sweep!
Congratulations, Bluebeard.
You did fine, of course. You were just out of practice. Hard to train, what with your recent travels. Well done, nothing to be ashamed of.
Sure, fine. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I suppose His Highness will get over it, given time. Come along, Hobbs. It's getting late, and I want you to draw me a bath before supper.
Very good, sir.
You should tell your manservant Hobbs that he doesn't need to put his glamour up every time I see him. I'm no homocentric species bigot. And I'm hardly a shrieking violet, to wilt at the sight of a goblin male in his natural state.
Hobbs' natural state was sacked by the adversary, just as yours and mine were, Goldilocks.
You know what I mean.
Yes, and I know the increasingly overt suggestions you've been making to Hobbs every time he's had to visit your rooms.
He told you.
He tells me everything, and he's not comfortable with your behavior of late.
Not interested in women, huh?
At least not human women. So please, leave him alone. He has duties to attend to.
But I'm bored, locked away here in this dreary place. You two are the only people I've seen in months. I need my distractions. And I'm used to more variety in my... I mean, you're fine and all, but...
It can't be helped. You're not safe anywhere else. By now, every fable in this state is on the lookout for you.
Oh my!
Goldilocks! Here?
So, when are you going to let me in on your plan to get me to safety? And more important, what's it going to cost me? More than the occasional blowjob, I suspect.
Let's move out, Corporal Rex. This needs reporting immediately.
Lots more. Enough to offset the terrible risk I'm taking by hiding you.
Huh?
I said it would cost you enough to offset—
Not you. I saw something. A mouse.
Don't worry, love. I'll protect you from the big bad mouse.
It wasn't just a mouse, you fool. I think it had a rider. It's the goddamn mounted police. Help me catch it or kill it, or we'll both hang.
But—
There they go.
Run like the wind, Rex!
Screw the wind! I can outrun the Wren on my worst day.
This way.
Oof!
Get up, you oaf. They're getting away.
So you say. I've yet to see anything.
There's our exit.
I see it. We made it, Sarge. Hurrah for us.
Rex!
Get out of here, boss. I'm done for.
But
Do your duty, damn it.
And what have we here? Curious indeed.
See the saddle? They were mounted police spies, all right.
But who would they have been spying for?
Snow White or Bigby. Either way, we're dead as soon as this thing's partner reaches one of them to report what he saw.
So what will you do, sir?
The spy's on foot now. It will take him some time to get to either of them. I'll just have to get to them first. Right after I retrieve a nasty little something from my private weapons cache. Get dressed, Goldilocks. It's time for you to pay your debt. Sooner than I'd planned and with less subtlety, but we don't always get everything at our leisure.
Okay, we're here. Now will you tell us what's so important you had to drag us both out of bed long before normal business hours?
You'll be glad I did, Miss White. Look at this.
Okay, I'll bite. What is it?
Something Jack tried to sell me last night at the brand stock. He claims it's highly magical and can supply a case of them.
In clear violation of the requirement to turn in all significant magic artifacts for communal ownership and safe storage in the business office.
And wait until you see what it does.
Hey, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Son of a...
All better now? Listen up then. Here are your orders for the next few days.
A bit later.
And remember, if by chance you managed to survive, everything was Jack's fault.
And later still.
Miss White, what an unexpected pleasure to see you. Come in. I don't recall that we had a meeting scheduled. Is everything all right? Some new crisis looming?
No, everything's fine, sir. So much, in fact, that I've decided to go on vacation. I must have several hundred vacation days saved up by now.
Well, yes, but you never take vacations. This is... where do you plan to go?
I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try the tables in Las Vegas, or lie on a beach in Cancun. No, better yet, somewhere no phones can reach me. Maybe I'll go camping somewhere far and remote. I told Boy Blue to consult you if anything important comes up while I'm gone.
Consult me? Why me? That's not our system. Why not Bigby Wolf?
Oh, didn't I tell you? He's coming too. He also has vacation days. It turns out we desperately want to go away together.
Here's your ticket and your perm diem. You'll be on the same flight they're on, but don't worry, I've bought you a strong glamour. And besides, they're not allowed to notice you for a few days at least. You can't bring a gun on the flight, even in checked baggage, so you have to buy one at your final destination.
And when do I kill them?
Not until they're well away from civilization. Make sure the bodies will never be found. And Goldilocks, this time, don't botch the job.